Happy Friday. Welcome back.
I'm so happy to be
Where did you
back.
go?
I went to Montana and Wyoming, and it was also July 4th, so I haven't been to the group in 2 weeks.
What a great place to be. For 4th of July.
Wide open spaces, huh? It's like, oh, this is the Wild West. Montana and Wyoming is like, this is where pioneers landed and rode their horses.
Was it a one-street town?
So a lot of them, and a lot of them have like original architecture. And like for us tourists, we're like, cool, look at this funny bank that's from like 1812.
Wow.
But to them, they're like, get out of the way. This is our bank.
Yeah. And so was it like one light? Like any of the sounds? One light?
Some of those lights look like Christmas lights, and they're just flashing.
Really?
And there's not even a red, yellow,
was
green.
It's
just flashing.
And not that Encinitas or Solana Beach is congested, but was it a nice kind of change?
Oh, amazing change. And I kept telling Greg, like, I could live out here. I could live on a ranch with 40 acres of land. But then it would be like, wait, I want to get a bougie coffee with June. I want to get like bougie tacos on the 101. So
it's a good break, reset, but you want to, this is home.
The country is nice for 1 to 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, because I was going to say, should we open up a group in Montana?
We can do that. And we can go only during the non-winter months.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
So if you're in Bozeman, Montana, let's start the group, and we'll be there from May to October.
We have people from Tucson that we're going to open one in Tucson, just still figuring out the format. But
yeah,
all right.
Definitely.
Well, I appreciate you being back. 2 weeks, what did it feel like not having Fridays?
So what it felt like was I actually felt flustered not being in my routine. I shouldn't say flustered. I felt unfamiliar not being in my routine because I'm used to my schedule, filming the podcast, being here on Fridays, and then the weekends I socialize. Versus when you're on vacation, it's like socializing and like free-for-all.
Right.
It's like, what do I do now? What do I do now? Oh, I just chill.
Yeah.
Oh, you just chill.
Yeah, I know.
All day.
I don't know if I could do that. Yvonne knows I'm not the best on vacations because it's difficult for me to just not do something because I'm always doing something. So
what does Yvonne like to do on vacation?
Nothing.
Same. Just chill.
Yeah.
I think maybe a shorter vacation for you so
you
can just chill, but for like fewer days.
Well, she knows even if we go on vacation, I'm going to start speaking with everyone in the hotel,
That's funny.
people next to me.
Yeah.
It's never just chill. So
that's true. And then you want to know, like, okay, what kind of networking are you involved with? What kind of investments do you have? And they're like, what? We are cattle ranchers.
Yeah.
We have this for 100 years.
That's true. Yeah, but there's a lot of money, too, in Montana.
Dude, I know. We started watching Yellowstone, and let me tell you, it's nothing like that freaking show.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin Costner.
There you go. Well, again, welcome back. Feel Good Friday. We always have 10 to 20 new people. People hear about us, social media. People hear about it multiple times, and they say it calls to them. They just come because it's the time, and I love it. I love it.
And they hear about us from the podcast. That podcast is blowing up.
I know.
And these Between Us videos, this isn't even necessarily the podcast quite yet. This is just like the recap.
It's the unedited, raw footage of us right after Feel Good Friday, and we're getting just as many views. Thank you again for watching. I don't know.
Thank you.
Well, I do know who you are. You're part of the community, obviously, but I love it. I have people walk up to me and say, "Hey, you're the podcast guy." I was laughing. I was like, "Oh, podcast guy?" Like,
It's me watching our video 7,000 times.
Oh, there you go. See?
Yeah.
She's tuning the algorithm up, so perfect. But I love it. The discussions today, the discussions that we have. The discussions we constantly have. Look, right now we have probably 20 people still here,
Seriously.
just mingling. You hear that background buzz? That's what the group is. It's that community connection. People get to know each other. It's Friday. You get to just relax and just get on with your thing. And I love it. We have all these subgroups. We have another coffee women's group, which, by the way, Tris, I had coffee with her, and I was like, what do you want to do? She's like, honestly, she said I can't make like the nighttime things because she has other obligations, so she wanted a daytime thing. So I was like, well, then create it. So she created, and she loved it because she wanted. She thought about the name too. Like I think a year ago for her business was Heart of the Matter. So it's gonna be
Whoa.
Heart of the Matter Coffee. So, which I love because you really do. You get
Tied
to the heart
in.
of the matter. So it's tied in, everything, full circle. When the time's right, you'll show up. When the time's right, you'll connect with the right people. And she's grateful. She's heading up that group, and they're just gonna have conversations.
That's another thing about the group. So there was like 2 or 3 new people to the group today. They came and met me before we started. And when we did the introductions, they didn't introduce themselves.
Oh yeah.
Probably because sometimes people are nervous of like, oh my gosh, this is a networking group and I have to do a pitch or an introduction. It's like,
Yeah.
no,
Nope.
we're literally just hanging out. If you choose to do a 5-minute presentation, if you choose to talk about your business, go ahead. We want to hear about it. But if you choose to just want to chill, have
Yeah.
a coffee, mingle, meet some other cool people, you can do that too. This is more of like a meetup spot.
Yeah, there's
than
no
a networking
pressure,
group.
no requirements. It's just as long as you're heart-centered, just come here, and I promise you beautiful things will happen. But yeah, if you come here and you don't feel like speaking in front of 100+ people, don't. I mean, but if you do, I promise you there's going to be so much support. This
Yeah.
is like speaking in front of your friends and family.
It's true. It's kind of like doing karaoke at your family's birthday party.
there you go. That's a good way to put it.
Because, yes, there's a lot of people, but everyone is on a different wavelength here in Encinitas. We're kind of like a big city, but with like a small town vibe. We're all
Right.
very supportive. Like we want to hear about you and your life and
Yes.
what's going on, but we also happen to have businesses.
Yeah, and and we do things differently. We typically have a silent DJ that plays music. Today we had Helena play music. Now, so
Beautiful.
here's the thing. It was so
Beautiful.
honestly, I started getting emotional.
Yeah, me too.
was
I got
w-
choked up.
Yeah.
And I don't often feel that way.
No, for me, it's always with music. Something about
Yeah,
music brings
yeah.
it out because you start thinking, you start kind of not thinking about other things, but you start thinking about like one specific thing,
Yes.
which, again, I appreciate everyone in the community. I literally had 1,000 messages about my loss of my stepfather. That was amazing. And it honestly, that's what came out during Helena playing was like just the love.
Right.
Just that love. That's
Right.
yeah.
Definitely.
It's a very supportive group, and I appreciate everyone that has reached out. I appreciate everyone deals with death differently, and so I typically my emotions. I'm an emotional person, but I like to be present for other people. But to know that there's over 1,000 people that are there for me, that was that
That's
was amazing.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I am so happy that you have this. I think Selena, the death doula, she also brings this
Yes.
idea around death of I think it's the ultimate peace.
Yes.
I think it's like
You're right.
the ultimate relaxation, right? It's
Right.
like once you are finished living on Earth,
Yes.
it's like, okay, now you can finally rest.
Absolutely, I think because he suffered for 6 months, so he's at peace. The sadness honestly comes from it's kind of the memories, but it's also the sadness of the people he left behind, like
Right.
my mother. The house is eerily quiet. She's all alone. I think all of her friends have already passed away. She's 84 now, so it's
That's
kind of
hard.
like she's all by herself. So it's things like that kind of pop up, but that's also why I live life intentionally with love.
Yes.
Because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And so if I don't ever want to regret if I pass away tomorrow or someone passes away tomorrow that I didn't tell them I love them and I didn't show them that I care about them.
Right. That you're living your full joy while you can.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was at my parents' house talking to my mom, and she was talking about how it was so expensive to go to the Backstreet Boys concert in Vegas at the Sphere. She was like, $350? That's so expensive. And I was like, Mom,
Yeah.
when you're dead, do you think
Yeah.
that $350 is going to be too expensive?
You're right.
Or are you going to remember going to a freaking concert with your
You're
daughter dancing to this
right.
stupid Backstreet Boys music?
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, you literally, and I know it's like a cliche to like live every moment to the full, but there's a reason why they say that.
Cliches are often very
Yeah.
wise.
I mean, really, just every moment, you get to hug somebody, you get to tell them that you love them, or honestly, like, a lot of it too goes to business. If you have an idea about a business and you're like a little afraid, well, are you gonna regret that if you're on your deathbed? Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it. What's the worst that could happen?
Yes. And there's resources here within the group. I know you help a lot of holistic people and people in the wellness industry get set up. Contact Dr. Lisel.
Thank you.
She'll help you. She'll look, get her video series. She'll help you do that if that's what you've always wanted to do. There's other people here. There's myself. Whatever you want to do with your life, business, anything. If you need kind of that person to be accountable for, that's who we'll be.
It's so true. Almost every single necessity that you have in business is here at the group. June is one of our greatest motivators, inspirations. I like to take the guesswork out of your business and just simplify. These are the things that you need right now. Do it. There are a lot of coaches who are more like, what's blocking you from moving forward in your business? And there are some other coaches who are like, these are the numbers, this is what you need to hit. It's like there's some type of support that you may be not even looking for that you'll find at the group.
And it's at all levels. So it's, we have so many coaches. That's okay. Again, collaboration. Someone might resonate with you, but sometimes if you're just starting a business and you don't have the funding, you can't afford a $10,000 coach, $20,000 coach. I get that. But I can find you somebody that can help you in one way or another.
True.
And obviously, again, you do want to have buy-in. So that's why I always tell people, know your worth, charge whatever you charge, because, again, obviously it's valuable time, valuable advice, or whatever modality. But if you have zero, you don't have anything to invest, let's talk. We'll figure it out.
Right.
I want the number of 75 businesses started from the group. I want that to just skyrocket to 750, 75, because honestly, that's only going to do wonders to the community itself.
Yes, definitely. One of the speakers today was Rose, and she mentioned that her father started taking her to Tony Robbins seminars at age 9.
Wow.
And the discussion was, what would you do as a child that you wish, or what would you tell your childhood self you should start as a child so that you can be doing it as an adult? And she was like, bring your kids to a Tony Robbins seminar. And it's like, well,
that's
if you
actually
can't
genius.
afford that, if that's out of your budget, bring your kids to the group. Ian brought his kids today. Jessica brings her kids often. This is a very motivating group of people, and it'll show your kids, hey, being an adult can actually be really fun.
So growing up, my father was, and this is my birth father, he had several businesses, but he was miserable. And the way he did business, that's kind of all I knew. But I always had a feeling there's a different way to do it. And that's why I do things completely different.
Yes.
So these kids that show up here, to be able to see what connection is like, to see what inspiration is like, we're showing them the way that it's supposed to be versus a teacher, business school telling you, this has to be this way. Because it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of the formal education that you get from a professional degree, from a bachelor's degree, whatever, it's very biased.
Yes.
And when you actually see what work and careers are like in the real world, we want to show you something unbiased. I don't want some indoctrinated curriculum. I want to see what real world 2025 business looks like.
Exactly. And for people to understand that it's okay not to know. It's okay to be stuck. It's okay to be struggling. A lot of what you see in social media, it's this catered view of everything's perfect. Life is great. If you do it this way, life is perfect. That's not true. You're going to run into obstacles.
Yeah.
How do you handle that when it comes? And that's what the group's about. We will help you. We'll support you. We'll take you to that next level. We want everyone here to scale.
Yeah. Social media is often filtered and glitz and glamour. I think a lot of people probably see my Instagram and say, oh my God, Dr. Lisel must be the healthiest woman in the world. Well, guess what? I had a dental emergency. Like any type of real life that I can show you on my Instagram, I want you to see it. I don't want
Yeah.
you to only see
Yes.
it when my hair is done and when I'm
Yes.
feeling good. What about when I'm in a 10 out of 10 pain and I have to take antibiotics?
Yeah.
Like, oh crap.
Yeah.
There are real situations, and that's what
Yes.
we want to show you at the group. That's what we want to show you on
Authentic.
our
She's
Instagrams.
and honestly, like and I have a bunch of people that always message me and say they follow you because they love seeing your videos. But she took us through that journey. It was almost like watching a show, like, oh, wait, what next? Oh, is she going to find a dentist? Oh, is she going to enjoy her time? Or what's happening with the tooth? That's being authentic, and that's going to resonate with people more than this catered, I'm perfect, my life is perfect,
Yeah.
everything goes well, everything's perfect, and so on. If you show you have, you run into a problem with your tooth, you run into problems with your car, whatever it
Yeah.
is, it's being authentic.
Kelly today discussed they're going to have a new subgroup, like 10xing your
Ooh,
income.
yeah.
And I found that to be really humble. She basically was like, okay, my goal was to make $100,000 a year. And then she was like, okay, I hit that. Maybe I want to make $250,000 a year. And then their idea is like, no, why don't we 10x that? Why not reach for $1 million a year?
Yes.
And, that realistic, like, this is how much I had as a goal to make per year, and this is how much I'm making. It's like, we want you to know, what can you actually physically bring in monetarily with
Yeah.
your business, and what's the next goal? Is it going to be 10 times that much? Should you actually, have a more humble goal? What's that going to be like? And it sounds like their subgroup is going to be something I'm a part of. I'm signing up.
I can't wait. As soon as she started talking earlier, this is a little bit ago, about like, well, she wants to put this, and I told her, do it. Let's do this. Because I think a lot of it, we limit ourselves. And then the other problem, too, is that you should absolutely set goals. Goals are huge. So you have kind of a marker, but it shouldn't be the final goal. A lot of times people will be like, I want to make $100,000. I want to make $1 million. I promise you, once you hit that goal, you're kind of like, oh, that, when you hit it, it's actually kind of easy.
Kind of easy.
And then you just keep going. You keep moving that marker. But if you're just like, but if you set it like it's life, like death, life or death situation, you have to make this, and then you don't make it, then you become extremely disappointed. And so it's this balance of setting goals, but being not necessarily realistic, but just knowing that, hey, that marker is going to continue to move depending on the situation.
Right. That's why big businesses have quarterly goals,
Yes.
quarterly meetings. It's not
Yes.
1 year and we've got 1 year to do
Yes.
this. It's like, no, we've got 4 quarters. There's
Yes.
3 months in each quarter. How can we fit our
Yes.
goals into three or 4
Yes.
different categories, and it's more attainable that way?
And the thing too is it's, if you do those quarterly goals, again, it's more attainable. But the thing too is that's why the most successful companies, business people, they set daily goals.
Yeah.
Because it's those daily wins that you see. And then a lot of times too, say you have a quarterly goal, a lot of times what will end up happening is you go 2 months, you haven't hit your goal, and then 3 months you just, now you work really hard to hit the goal, and then you hit your goal. Well, think if you did that on a daily basis. Now you're ahead of that curve. So that quarterly goal on a daily basis, you may have already completed in the 30th day. Now you have 2 more months to just continue.
Yeah.
Continue. And then it just keeps setting the marker. But yeah, this type of stuff, it's exciting to me. I love it. I love the group. I love
the
everyone
group.
here.
I missed you guys.
Yeah, we
honestly.
missed you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's different. The podcast I did on Wednesday, amazing podcast. Obviously, we had an amazing guest, but it's different. That's exactly why I've asked you to be on this. I just posted our first podcast that we did together with Sean Lake, Bubs Natural. He loves it. He's been pushing it. We already have like 7,000 plus 8,000 views.
Insane.
And it was, like I said, it's to have you. It's that I don't know everything. I don't have every angle. You fill my gaps, and then I learn from you, and it's this partnership.
Thank you. It's been so fun recording the podcast every Wednesday. And Sean Lake with Bubs Naturals, that was the first podcast that we officially co-hosted together. And I was silent for the first 20 minutes. And then I was like, wait, freaking relax. These are my friends. We're having a conversation. And these podcasts, honestly, they are deep conversations about some very realistic things that happen in business. And listening to Sean Lake, he really goes deep. He had this amazing friend who he eventually he lost his life serving in the military, and that's where Bub's Naturals came from.
Yes.
Was this motivation to keep his legacy alive. Bub was his like a nickname that they had for him in the military, and look, now Bub's Naturals is keeping people healthy. You know, in perpetuity.
All over the country.
Yes.
And 10% of all proceeds goes to veteran funds. I mean, I love it. It's a worthy cause, and that's what you'll see with our guests. We want the community to learn about the business, but the people behind it, what motivates it. Again, if you kind of just look at Bub's Natural, you might think, oh, it's a multi-million-dollar company. They have all this funding, and there's really no history. They just decided to sell this. No, there's heart to it. There's heart to every business out there.
Yes, definitely. I think that community of former service members, you know, we think of like, oh, VA, they get everything. But no, a lot of service members aren't able to retire with the benefits that you may think, or their family members don't receive the benefits that you think, oh, you know, if you serve only for this amount of years, I get this for the rest of my life. It's like a lot of service members, Marines, military, Navy officers, if they have to discharge, they don't get a lot of the health benefits that you may assume that are free.
Yes.
It's a lot of that is out of pocket. And one of the things that Lee was even talking about today was 1 in 6 service members joined the military because they didn't have the income to provide for themselves, to feed themselves, to provide for them families. And that's why they joined the military. What if they discharge early and that income goes away as well? It's like this cycle.
And the thing too is, even in the military, it's not like they're getting paid a lot anyway. So and everyone thinks, oh, well, the government takes, well, it's not. You know, it's expensive to live out there. And imagine if you have multiple kids, you can't provide them the Christmas that you want to provide them.
Yes.
So, help out the veteran community. It's huge for me. My son's at the Naval Academy. He's serving for he's got another year, and then he's got 5 years. And I don't know if he's going to continue it, but it's near and dear to my heart. I love that Sean Lake believes in this. He's pursuing it, and when he talks about Bub's Natural, it's personal to him. And you know, I've talked to him about there's specific events across San Diego. I've said, hey, Sean, do you want to get involved? And he's like, here, sends out 1,000 samples for a certain event, for this and that. He's gonna sponsor our Q's Forged event.
Awesome.
So I mean, things like that. We love this.
I love it. I love all the people that we're connecting with here at the group on Fridays at 9 a.m. at Good On Ya. And I love the food here. I'm going to eat after this.
All right. Perfect. Come Friday, 9 a.m. Good On Ya. Every Friday except for holidays, we're going to be here. If it's just one person, we're still going to be here. We love it. Over 100 people come. If you want to speak, feel free to speak. If you don't, no worries.
Yeah.
Not at all. Go to the website as well. You'll see the Calendly link. Set up coffee with me. We can just talk about. I just want to hear your story. But if you need help with something, reach out as well. If you want us to talk about a certain topic, we'll talk about it. We're not going to hide anything. We're going to be open about it. Again, it starts from the top, and the community is just open because we're open.
Right.
So.
And if you want to sponsor our podcast, Heart of the Matter, we're getting a lot of friggin' views.
You are.
So it
you
could
are.
be great commercial for your business.
And if you've seen when you do sponsor us and you've seen the commercials, our commercials are pretty good.
We're pretty good actors.
Yeah. So, you know, it's if you want to sponsor and we'll shoot a promo video for you. It's a commercial. You can have it. You can use it for your own ads, but it's pretty good.
And then we air it on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And thousands of people get to see your product.
Yes. Spotify, YouTube. I'm gonna put it on Apple. Haven't figured out how yet, but I'll do that. Now and the other thing too is we have 2 different sets of editors, so we're gonna kick these out right away. So let's go. If you wanna start a podcast, if you need a guest, she's available.
He's
amazing
available.
Conversation. But let's collaborate. Our followers will become your followers, and vice versa. Let's collaborate. Let's continue to support each other and grow.
Sweet. Cheers.
All right. Cheers. Good job. Heart of the Matter. Wait. This is called, what is this called again?
Between Us.
Between Us. That's right. Yeah, I got a lot going on, but happy Friday.
Happy Friday.